Have you ever looked at your life and wondered why things still haven't changed? I mean, you have goals, you have dreams, you have ideas that excite you. You may even know exactly what you want. And yet months go by, sometimes years, and despite your best efforts and your best intentions, nothing changes. You find yourself standing in almost the same place. If that feels familiar, you're not alone. You see, most people assume that they're stuck because they lack talent or intelligence, discipline or opportunity. They don't get the same opportunities as other people. They tell themselves they started too late. They believe other people were simply born with something they don't have. But what if that isn't the real reason? What if the greatest obstacles to your success are not obvious at all? What if they're quiet, subtle, and operating just beneath the surface every single day? In this video, we're going to uncover 7 silent killers of ambition. Now, these are hidden habits and patterns that slowly drain your momentum, weaken your confidence, and keep your dreams permanently on hold. As we go through them, pay close attention. You may recognize yourself in more than one. And the final one is often the most surprising because it can sabotage even the most determined people. Let's begin. The first silent killer of ambition is perfectionism. Now, we've talked about this before. Perfectionism is one of the most socially acceptable forms of procrastination. On the surface, it looks admirable. It sounds responsible. We tell ourselves we're just trying to get things right. Sound familiar? But underneath perfectionism is often fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of criticism, fear of being seen before we feel ready. So instead of starting, we keep tweaking, we keep researching, we keep waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect version of ourselves. The problem is that perfection never arrives, and while we wait, opportunities pass us by. You know it. Progress has never required perfection. It only requires movement. Now, the second silent killer is fear of judgment. So many dreams die because we are too concerned about what other people think or what other people might think. I mean, we worry about being criticized. We worry about failing publicly. We worry about looking foolish. And so we stay silent. We remain in familiar roles even when those roles no longer fit who we're becoming. But here's a truth worth remembering. The people who matter most want to see you grow. And the people who criticize you, they're often too afraid to pursue their own dreams. You cannot build a bold life while living for the approval of others. It's just not possible. The third silent killer is overthinking. Now, thinking is valuable. Reflection's important. Planning has its place, right? But overthinking creates the illusion of progress without producing the real results. We replay every possibility. We analyze every risk. We imagine every obstacle in our way. And eventually, we become mentally exhausted before we even take a single step. Action creates clarity. You do not need every answer before you begin. You only need enough courage to take the next step. The fourth silent killer is comfort addiction. Human beings naturally seek safety and familiarity. There's nothing wrong with that. But growth rarely happens inside your comfort zone. The life you want may require difficult conversations, new skills, uncomfortable decisions, and temporary uncertainty. Comfort feels safe, but it can become a prison. If you always choose what's familiar, you may never discover what's possible. The fifth silent killer is comparison. In today's world, it's easy to believe that everyone else is moving faster, achieving more, and living better. We compare our beginnings to someone else's highlight reel, someone who's had many years doing what they're doing. We compare our struggles to their polished success. And in doing so, we forget that every meaningful journey has its own timeline. Someone else's progress does not diminish your potential. Your path is yours alone. The sixth silent killer is breaking promises to yourself. This one is deeply important. Every time you tell yourself you'll start tomorrow and then you don't, you weaken your trust in your own word. How can you believe in yourself that way? Every postponed goal sends a subtle message to your subconscious that your commitments are optional. Now, over time, confidence erodes. The things that you're not doing build up. Confidence is not built by positive thinking alone. It's built when you consistently do what you said you would do. This is something I work on every day. Even small promises matter, especially small promises. And finally, the seventh silent killer of ambition is fear of success. I know that sounds strange. Most people believe that they're only afraid of failure, but success changes things. It may require greater responsibility. It may alter relationships. It may force you to release old identities. It may ask you to become someone you have never been before. That can feel unsettling. Sometimes we sabotage ourselves not because we don't want success, but because success demands transformation. And transformation can be uncomfortable. But here's the good news. Every one of these silent killers can be overcome. Perfectionism can be replaced with progress. Fear of judgment can be replaced with self-trust. Overthinking can be replaced with action. Comfort addiction can be replaced with courage. Comparison can be replaced with gratitude. Broken promises can be replaced with integrity. And fear of success can be replaced with a willingness to grow. You don't need to change everything overnight. You only need to recognize what has been holding you back and decide that it will no longer control your future and begin to make those changes. The truth is, your dreams are not impossible. They're waiting for the version of you who is willing to move forward and accept them despite uncertainty. You're not too old, you're not too late, and you're not disqualified by your past. You are one decision away, just one decision away from a new direction. You're one promise away from renewed self-trust. And you're one bold step away from becoming the person you were meant to be. Which of these silent killers has affected you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if this message resonated with you, subscribe to the Bold Life Suite. We're here to help you transform, grow, and thrive at any age. Until next time, keep moving forward, keep believing in what's possible, and keep living boldly. Bye for now.